Hello, my name's Robin Harrison. I'm the B2B editor at Clarion Gaming, and I'm here at IGB Live in Amsterdam with Marc Thomas of Metric Gaming. So Marc, where do you see innovation in sports entertainment? Is it coming from the sportsbook operators, or is it coming from other verticals and other sectors of the market?
I think it's both, Robin. I think there are some really clever operators out there who are investing heavily in products and services, particularly around sports betting and indeed iGaming as well. What you've also got is a really burgeoning third-party sector out there. So, particularly in the US, but the repeal of PASPA has made it acceptable for smaller startup companies to provide products and services into the US and into US sports betting, which means that the level of product and innovation is increasing all the time. There's also, dare I say it, there's companies like Metric who are able to provide sportsbook platform and MTS services for operators both large and small.
Brilliant, thank you. And in the US, as the operators dial down this kind of acquisition drive we've seen since 2018, do you expect the industry to put that same focus on product as they did in acquiring customers going forward?
I think they have to. I think we're just doing an IGB panel just before now where we were discussing where the market is currently is in a land grab, and that's either on a state-by-state basis, a rush really to try and launch in as many states as possible as they regulate, and also gain market share there, but also acquire as many customers as you probably can. But we've all seen the sky-high CPAs, and ultimately that is unsustainable. It can't carry on forever. So I think operators will move towards products, utilising third-party services like we've said, or doing some of the stuff in-house. But I think what they'll also do is look at, in terms of their marketing efforts, potentially move away from acquisition to retention and reactivation. So look, clever operators, particularly ones who maybe have learnt their trade in Europe or working in retail casinos before, know the importance of cross-channel marketing or retaining and reactivating customers. If you've paid $500 or $1,000 in a CPA for a customer, you've got to try and keep him or her within your framework. At a product level, I think there are some clever things happening at the moment. If you look at how the US betting audience have embraced player props and also same-game parlays, or bet builder as we would call them as well, those are absolutely flying at the moment, and these give for a recreational customer, where up to now the only betting options that they have really are two-way markets, three-way markets at most, for them to be able to build a bespoke bet which has a low stake and a potential super high return, that's clearly where it's going to be a huge innovation product for US sportsbooks, small and large.
Brilliant. And then finally, we've seen some evidence of sports betting operators looking to bring their technology in-house. So do you feel this is an emerging trend, or do you feel this is more testing the waters, seeing how easy it is to take control of that and the synergies and the cost savings you expect?
I think you have to look at the motivations behind it. So if you're a medium or large sized US operator, or indeed a European operator anywhere, then the buzzword is always about control. You mentioned it. So increasing your control or having a modicum of control of your own technology path, then the ideas for doing it are sound, because it means in theory you can increase your product throughput, you can bring new and interesting things to the market, you might be able to launch in new states quicker, deal with all the regulatory and compliance stuff. But ultimately, I think there's operators are now seeing it as a black and white. So you either have your technology or you let a partner do it. But there's also a middle ground. And again, getting a plug-in for companies like Metric, we offer a service which sits in between, which means you can do all the cool stuff of having your own technology, but do it through a third party. And I think, not just for Metric, there's lots of other companies who are doing similar things. This sort of hybrid approach might be the way that people go. Owning your own technology, there is huge benefits for it. You have this control, you have this ability to do things potentially quicker or more efficiently. But with that comes a huge degree of cost and complexity. And I don't think that some of the operators in their quick move of I must buy something to have control of my technology. What they sometimes don't do is then work out, well, what am I going to do with this technology when I own it? What's the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months going to look like? And ultimately you end up with a suboptimal experience.
Marc, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.